Hi, and welcome to episode 22 of Two Crafty Stitches. Today is February 13th. I'm Sandy, also known as Knits and Bits, and Kelly over here is just dying. She's also known as Pearly Girl 75.
Yes.
So we've been trying to do this intro for about 2 minutes now.
Two something, yes.
Yeah. Best one we have so far.
We're gonna go with it.
Yes.
All right.
So, to kick this off, I have nothing new. And you guys might notice that Kelly has this beautiful tiara.
Yes, that we discussed last time in our episode.
Because her birthday was this last week.
Yes.
So I got her the child-sized tiara that barely fits, so...
Barely is like, I don't know, an overstatement.
It keeps on, like, moving up forward more.
Yes.
And, we're gonna jump ahead because you guys might
Because I do not have a child-sized head.
I bet it would probably fit me.
It probably would.
And jumping ahead, you might notice these awesome, blanket shawl things. It is two separate parts of the blanket that Kelly is making. It's
Working
a
on.
little chilly because we have the window open.
Yes, because
Florida
it's like
and it's 60
degrees.
So we needed to get a little warmer.
So Sandy put on half of it, and I was like, oh, let me put on the other half, and we can be blanket twins. And that is when I lost it, and started, especially seeing us up on the screen. And as you can tell, I have not woven in the ends of the white parts on this one at all. On this one, the one that Sandy has, almost all but one.
Except for, like, the bottom row.
Right, which the bottom row isn't finished, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of these days that I'll finish.
Well, you have gotten... Actually, all of this finished in the last 2 weeks, and I think part of that one.
No, not this one at
No?
all.
Okay, so just this one.
Just that one.
Which is up to 6 additional rows.
Yes, well, 5.5.
6-ish.
But,
I'm giving you credit here.
because I've got all the middles made, so it's like, oh wow, look at how much she did. Yeah, I did the white part and connected it. Because it connects it as you do the white part.
Now, how long have you been working on this blanket?
I don't even know. It's been that long.
Years.
Yes. I know it's been at least 2 years, possibly 5.
That's great.
Because I have no idea when I started it. But it is made with the Caron Simply Soft, so it'll be washable and everything. And it's very soft. It's very soft. When a little story about this blanket. So when I started it, there's this pattern out that's in a Japanese crochet book that I would tell you the name of, but it's in Japanese. And and I should have pulled it to put it over here, but oh well, it's too late.
Is it?
It's on the bookcase next to you. It'll be the one that has Japanese on the spine. It's very skinny.
I see it. It's very Japanese.
Yes. Anyway, because I was on the blog of Attic24, who, if you haven't seen her blog and you like bright, colorful things that are crocheted, then that is a blog you need to check out. She is in England, I think, and she makes blankets and all sorts of things, and she designs patterns. But she was making a blanket that was like out of this pattern, that or it was like based on this pattern or whatever. And so I was like, oh, I have to get this. So I had to like search the internets to find this book, which is entitled Crochet Motif Item. So, and I think I probably got this on Amazon, but
I think you did.
But it is all like
Japanese.
Yeah, I don't want to like show the patterns though, because I did purchase it. But I mean, it is all like it has the beginning. It has like all the patterns and stuff, and then
like that's all like Japanese. It's wallet. I don't know if you guys can see it. With the camera. Yeah.
And then but the patterns, of course, are like, because they're crochet patterns, so they're charts. So once you look at it and you go, oh wait, and plus also in the back they have this little like crochet these lessons in the back that show you. So when you look at the little chart, if you're not used to reading charts, you can go, oh, well that's what that little symbol means on the chart. And it's all visual, so you don't have to like read what they're telling you to do. You can just look at it and go, oh, so I wrap it around 3 times or whatever.
You don't have to know Japanese.
Right, you do not have to know Japanese to use this book, which is very nice.
Because neither of us know Japanese.
Right. So anyway, so I started making this blanket. I also have another blanket that I'm working on, and I use that term very loosely, that is of my sock yarn scraps, and it's the same pattern, but it's just, each one of these things is a different sock yarn.
And it's a little smaller
Yeah, they're
hexagons.
smaller. Yes, because this
Yeah.
is worsted weight. But the thing with this is, I was going to be very, very creative with it. And Sandy knows where this is going. So I made like all of the centers, and I made all the centers yellow, and then I was like, I picked out a whole bunch of different colors, and I was like, all right, and then the next row I made a whole bunch of them
It's a
like,
Kelly hair.
okay.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, it is a blanket I've been working on. So I made all the center pieces, the center parts, and did a different like round, different color here and a different whatever. And I did like, so I did a whole bunch of like the yellow ones, and then I did the next row. I did a whole bunch of like with the blue around, and then I did like the various colors, whatever. And I had this whole system when I made them.
It was supposed to be completely random.
Oh yeah,
Random.
So, well,
She made charts.
I did. I made charts when I was. Well, it wasn't the making of it wasn't going to be random. The putting it together was going to be random, and the putting it together because like the white part was supposed to be another color, and then I started it actually, and I probably somewhere still have like the one row I did. I think I do have it in, like one of my little things. It could be a scarf. But anyway, and so I was doing like the outer ring I was doing in a different color, and then I was like freaking out because I was like, all right, but this one has this color here, so I can't put any of these colors in the outer ring, and then I can't do that next to one that has that color, and it was just driving me absolutely bananas, which is why I can't do adult coloring books, because I can't. Because I would overthink it too much. So then one day I was just like, I am going to just put white all around it. But then I put it aside for a while because when I was working on this section, I was again going like, oh no, well I have green here, so in the next row I can't put green. Yeah. So the first half of it is like very, it looks random. But it was like I was like, well, I can't put this color next to this color, whatever.
The second planned randomness.
The second half, I've just been like, I've been putting like not the same color next to it, but like if it's like 2 rows up from that color, I'm like, I don't care, it's getting done. But in this half of the blanket, like 2 rows up, like you'll see different colors, different colors, different colors, different. This half, no, this half, especially the last few rows, I'll have like, I don't know if you can find any of it, but I'll have like some of the same colors. And hopefully it will not drive me insane when I'm using it. It might be on the other side. I don't know. This is a really exciting viewing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Us examining this blanket.
Oh, yeah, there's a red and there's a red.
I know!
What?
I know.
Oh, no!
Yeah. So, well, look, and then there's red over here. It's all, whatever. But...
I think it's hilarious.
So the rest of the blanket is going to be done like that way. Just because I don't have time to sit there and debate, and because literally I would lay it out the colors, like this is how sad it got, Sandy. I would have the blanket and I would lay it on the floor, what I had done so far, and then I would take the circles and I would put them down and be like, okay, and then I would stack them in little bags in
the order. In bags.
Well, no, they're in 2 bags right now, but I used to have like every row had its own little bag. And they were, like, in order of how I was supposed to put it together. And then, I don't know. I don't know. So, and I have more than that. I have, like, a whole gallon size. Because these were all my leftovers when I got tired of doing that. And then I was like, well, I'll just do it row by row. And then I would just, like, lay it out and whatever. And, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, something else that we have that I'm going to break out now because I'm hungry.
Yes.
Is we have miniature cupcakes for Kelly's birthday.
Yay! So now we're going to eat in front of you.
Yes.
Wearing our blankets.
And her tiara. Well, I have nothing new, so I'm going to have a cupcake.
Okay. I don't have anything new either. So... and I will have a cupcake when you're talking next time.
Okay.
Because I will talk about, because that's one of my current projects.
I have a hard time getting this out.
Do you need me to get it out for you? What? Here, I will hold it.
Oh, thank
and then
you.
you can use both hands.
Okay, so your current project.
Because apparently we do not know how to get cupcakes out of a container.
No, there was like cupcake stuff everywhere.
Yum. So anyway, so this is obviously one of the projects I have been working on. And the reason I pulled it out was because we've been having a bit of a little cold front, and I don't like working on things like that will cover my lap, which is another reason why it's in 2 pieces, because it was getting like just too unwieldy, and I just couldn't handle it. So so I started the second half of it, and so which is what I did with my sock yarn blanket too. My sock yarn blanket is in 2 pieces as well, but the second piece isn't as big.
Did you already finish a sock yarn blanket too, and you did it in 2 pieces, or?
No, I did finish a sock yarn blanket. I finished one that was a while ago that was all socks that rock. And it was just like the granny stripe pattern, which was also on the Attic 24 blog. So there you go. And that's one of her patterns. So you can go there and she has it free. And she has tutorials. It's really cool. Like all of her stuff is written out because I guess like in England they do them differently or something. So
yeah, they do.
A double is a single, or I don't know what it is. But it's on there and you can figure it out. And she has like pictures and I mean very, very nice. Very nicely done. So anyway, so I did a granny stripe blanket of all socks that rock because I have like 4,000 or 5,000 things of socks that rock, the Blue Moon Fiber Arts, and so I legit made a blanket. It's it doesn't go over the whole bed. It maybe would fit a twin bed. I made a blanket out of it. I made a crocheted shawl out of it, and I still have all the colors at least like a ball this big around. Like
you gave me a bunch.
I gave you some. Yeah, I've. I don't think it ever... It's like you use it and it stays the same size. So,
I wish I had that problem with non-Red Heart yarn.
So, anyway, so yeah, so I finished that one. So that's one of the blankets that I have, but John doesn't like it because he says it's too itchy because it's wool. And because I had it on the back of the couch for a long time, remember?
It's socks
downstairs.
That rocks.
Oh, I know. So...
Well, you can give it to me. Klaus would love
Well,
it.
I use it sometimes on chillier nights. I will put it over myself, and it stays on me for like an hour or 2 before I kick all the covers off. So anyway, this one is supposed to be going on our bed, and it's softer. So
it's not itchy at all.
Yeah. So anyway, the other thing I'm working on is a pair of socks for my mother.
Yay!
I actually, and I was gonna try and get this done before Sandy came over, but I didn't because I don't know, I'm a slacker. And because I had to go, okay, we went to the gym this morning. We worked out. We did our boxing class, and then we stayed for our techniques class and whatever. And then Sandy took her shower, and I came home and took my shower.
I took my shower at the gym.
I do not own a blow dryer for my hair because I have curly hair. And I would have to get a blow dryer with a diffuser, and I don't ever use one. So my plan was to come home, take a shower, and then go walk the dog for a while to let my hair dry some. Well, unbeknownst to me, while I was in the shower, my husband took the dog out to walk her. So when I come down, got dressed, whatever, went downstairs, and he's bringing her inside. And I was like, are you kidding me? So then I took her out for another walk. She's been walked a lot today.
Yeah.
So I took her out for another... This isn't even the walk you saw me take her on.
Oh, man.
Like, no, I took her out for another walk, and then I came back in, and my husband had bought me this morning. And this is awesome. This is really awesome because I have cupcakes here. We worked out for like 2 hours this morning though. So
we got 10,000 steps while we were working out.
So we so yesterday I was on Instagram and someone posted a picture of the Dunkin' Donuts heart-shaped donuts, and I was like, oh, I could really go for one of those right now, but I'm at work and blah 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 whatever, and we had to go out for dinner last night, and so I was like, no, I probably shouldn't, but I really want one, whatever. And I even sent Sandy a text message. I was like, I really want one of these.
And I'm like, that's cool. I'm going to Five Guys.
Whatever. So then, this is like a really long roundabout story, but whatever. It was my birthday a few days ago. So
maybe we need to change it to that.
I don't know why. Yeah. It was my birthday.
Maybe it was my birthday a few days ago.
Look, I need like water. I've been talking so much. So anyway, so I was on the elliptical machine yesterday at the apartment gym, and my husband like peeks his head in because he works here, and he's like, guess what we had today? We had Dunkin' Donuts. And I was like, what? And he's like, and I had a heart-shaped one with like the cookie dough filling. And I was like, I have wanted one of those all day. And so he went back to the little kitchen and at work, and they were all out of the heart-shaped ones. So it was just the regular ones. And he's like, do you want a regular one? I was like, no, I want one of the heart-shaped ones that's like filled with a cookie dough. So this morning while I was at the gym, he went out to Dunkin' Donuts and bought me just one. He went out and bought like a 99-cent donuts. Made a special trip just to get that. So I came back in and I was like, well, should I like finish this one sock or eat the donut? And I ate the donut. So I ate the donut.
Priorities.
So anyway, the whole thing is that this is the first of a pair of socks for my mother. And I have like one more row left on the cuff and then the bind off. Like, it wasn't even like it was going to take me that long. But anyway, because
I've done that while you were eating the donut.
Yeah, but then I would have gotten donut all over it, whatever. Anyway, so this is some lovely Premier Yarns Deborah Norville collection of Serenity sock weight from the Joann Fabrics, I believe. It was on sale. And it is in the colorway of DN123-02 Surf.
I don't think you need to say the other part.
Well, it says color, colon, and it has all those letters and numbers, and then it says surf. So anyway.
Yeah, I just eye-rolled you.
I know. So anyway, I think it's very soft. Like her yarn, her soft yarn is very, very soft. I actually, what's really funny is, if you look on this picture of it, how, they show how it knits up or whatever, but it's not the same color. It's like one of their other colors. I actually made my mother a pair of socks out of that colorway. This yarn. So, anyway, so now she's getting a pair in the blues and greens surf colorway, which is working up very nicely. And has been like my at work lunchtime knitting. And that's all I've been working on. This blanket, this sock.
Well, how's your spinning going?
I haven't been doing any spinning because I've been working on this blanket, this sock, and because we've said this last time, I spin barefoot and we've been having a cold front. Yeah, and we don't turn the heat on in my house, so. Which is why we're wearing blankets right now and being like weird blanket twin podcasters.
There's also the window that's open.
Well, yeah, because, we open the windows.
Yeah.
So.
My windows are open at home.
Yeah.
But then they get closed at night and then the heater comes on.
Well, we do close the windows at night, but we don't turn the heater on. We just pile more blankets on the bed because we have like so many blankets, which is why when I was working on this and my husband was like, "Are you making another blanket?" I'm like, I've been working on this for years. It is not a brand new project. Because he's like, we don't need any more blankets.
You know, Josh says the same thing.
Yeah.
And we use a lot of blankets, but he still wants the heater on.
We have never, ever turned the heat on in this townhouse.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
I know. So.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the heater works.
Oh, I hope so.
Because
when you do turn it on,
it's
going to be like burning dust.
We are never turning it on. We'll let the next people who live here turn it on and deal with the burning dust smell. So, Sandy, what are you working on so I can have a cupcake since I've already had a donut today and have, like, worked out?
Yeah, we worked out a lot.
You know.
So, just within the last little bit, I have, like, 3 more rows of my socks.
Because I talked a lot. And you ate a cupcake, too.
And I ate a cupcake.
I know.
So, I haven't...
You're right, these are
really
hard to get out.
See?
Although it really wasn't that.
Well, because you got the second one out, and you didn't have to worry about, like, putting your hand in every single cupcake around it.
But they have, like, little thumb hole things for where you stick your fingers.
Yeah, but it was, like, overflowing.
Anyway.
Anyways, so, my awesome 50/50 tank.
I'm getting sprinkles everywhere.
That's why I ate them first. The ones that were off on the side.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
I know.
But the sprinkles from the top are falling off.
Ugh.
Anyway.
So, I had to rip out my 50/50 tank. Because I've tried it on again. After going down, I think it was 2 sizes and a needle size.
You know, this episode could just be called something about, like, another iteration of your tank.
So, I am now working on the size small and size 4 needles. So, hopefully it will fit. I have not tried it on. I am going to wait a little bit before I tried it on because I wanted...
You're going to knit some more on it so that when you try it on and it's too big, you can rip it out again.
Yes. And then it'll just be something else because I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I still like the pattern. I still do. It's very fun and easy to knit. Once I get finished with this chart pattern is when I normally try it on. So I'm on row 16 of 24. So I'm almost done with that chart pattern. So I'll let you know if it's going to be something else.
In our next episode, she might have a whole brand new project in a very familiar looking color.
It's still a very pretty color.
It is very pretty.
So I was working on that.
And that is out of the Stitch Nation.
Yeah, Bamboo and Yew.
Yes.
And Eucalyptus, which is now discontinued.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry.
Yeah.
However, if this sweater doesn't work out...
I have 4 balls if anybody needs it.
She might come
slightly
to that point.
used.
Well, that's what we were talking about before we started recording. Look at the value that you're getting out of this yarn that you purchased, you know. You're getting
I made a cardigan sleeve and then
you've gotten to knit a lot with it.
And multiple versions of this tank.
Yes.
Which hopefully this one will fit and I might have extra yarn and I can make little sleeves on it,
Oh.
that'd be great.
Like little cap sleeves.
Yes.
Yep.
So we'll see once we get there.
Yeah.
But I have not touched my spinning. I thought about it last night, but I was not near it, and the dog was sleeping. And it was really nice not having him, like, jumping around and trying to eat the cat. So I didn't want to move him.
Yeah.
I would like to give Kelly her birthday present, but it is stuck somewhere.
It is MIA.
In transit that nobody knows. The USPS has taken control of it.
They have absconded with it.
Yes.
So we'll have to talk about that next time.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get it next week.
Yeah, but we
And
won't
then-
be recording next week, so we'll
No.
talk about it the week after.
Yeah.
But
But hopefully you'll get it next week.
yes.
Just a little bit late for your birthday.
That's
But
okay.
that's okay.
Birthday month.
Yay, birthday month.
Yes, you can. Are you going to bring it to me at boxing?
Possibly.
So, I don't have anything finished.
Neither do I, because I keep on ripping things out.
Yeah. You probably could have that sweater done by now.
I
but-
would have, if it fit, even
Yes.
like the largest size, I could have had it finished.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It was just way too big.
Yeah. So I don't have anything finished. Except that I finished reading a book. I
Yay!
finished, and look, I actually have the book this time and not just the dust jacket. It's Kathy McMillan's book, Sword and Verse. It's her first, foray into, that's what I said last time too, into young adult fantasy. I'm not a fan of young adult fantasy. And I didn't know that going in.
You did know that?
Yeah, because I'm
Oh.
not real, yeah. I read The Magicians, which is kind of a fantasy too, but it's not like my favorite genre, because it's not like a murder mystery.
Oh.
I am currently reading a murder mystery, but I'm actually rereading it because there's, anyway, we'll get into that in a second. So anyway, because I don't have it here because it's on my Kindle. But anyway, so this one, this is the story that I was telling you last week of the author that I did a show with, and then we both became sign language interpreters, and we both have the same birthday. Like,
What?
it is like the freakiest thing, because I'm on Facebook, and it's like,
in a book too.
and it's like, blah, 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 wish your friend Kathy McMillan a happy birthday, and I was like, it's my birthday, too!
It's not her birthday.
It's
It's
like,
mine.
what is happening? But, for this is gonna sound really mean, like, I don't want to be mean, but it just was not my cup of tea. But I read it. So.
Well, not everybody likes
everything, right.
genre. I don't mind
Right.
fantasy.
It wasn't even so much, I think that I needed more action, and it was more of a love story than it was, I thought, and looking at the front cover, you would think, lots of action, right? I mean, there's a big sword,
Yeah.
there's, like, fire and stuff and whatever.
Looks like there might be some magma.
Right! And there was no magma.
And some lava.
There was no
Yeah.
lava. There was no, there was, there was very, very little action. It was mainly a love story between, like, a prince who became a king and, like, the tutor. And so, I don't know. So, the book I'm reading right now, which I don't have, and I don't know the author, because that's how awesome... Wait! I have the Kindle app on my phone. Okay. I'm rereading it, because it was one that I got free as one of those Kindle First books, because if you're a Prime member and you have a Kindle or something, they'll send you... They give you, like, a choice of 5 or 6 books, and you can pick one to read for free.
That was before Kindle Unlimited.
Well, even now, I still get free books, because you can
Really?
download them and you keep them forever, whereas Kindle Unlimited is like a library and you have to borrow them and return them. So anyway, so they had this book and it was called Killing Ruby Rose. And, anyway, it's like a murder mystery type of thing. about like a detective and stuff, and it's by Jesse Humphreys. And I read it probably came out at least a year ago. Well, then, when I was flipping through Kindle Unlimited the other day, I saw there was another book in the Ruby Rose series, which I did not know that there was, and that one is on Kindle Unlimited. So I went ahead and put that on my Kindle, and I was like, oh, I'm going to read this. And I thought, wait, because when I saw the little review of it, or like the little description, it was like picks up where the first one left off. And I was like, I don't remember the first. I mean, I remember reading it, but I don't remember like specific details. Yeah. So I'm like rereading it, but it's not like you know, I mean, it's like, oh, it's familiar. I read it within the last year, so it's not like reading. It's kind of like skimming it just to be like, oh, whatever. So I'm about halfway through it because I just started it the other day, and then I'll be able to read the new one, which is Resisting Ruby Rose.
So they didn't kill her?
No.
Oh.
So anyway.
Well, that's very deceiving of a title.
So I got the first book for free with the Kindle first. So I have like a copy of that forever. And then this one was on Kindle Unlimited, so I have it like borrowed in my library.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. But they still do the Kindle first. Like you sign up for it, they send you an email, and at the beginning of the month they'll say, here are like 5 or 6 books, but new books by authors, and pick one and you can have it.
I'll have to look into that because I don't have that.
Yeah. I don't know, Google it or something.
I'm going to.
And then I found out that one of my other favorite authors, Laura Lipman, I found this out today, has a new book coming out in May. And I've read, I think I have missed one of her books though. I need to get right now. She writes these books that are the Tess Monahan series, and who's like a detective up in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
Because Kelly's all thing Baltimore.
Well, not all thing, but I mean... So anyway, so it's up in Baltimore, and the series, and so... And I don't know, on my Kindle or whatever, like, read every single book in the series, except for, like, the newest one, which came out about a year ago, and I was like, oh, there was a new one. Well, anyway, she has a new one coming out in May that is called Wild Lake, and it takes place in Howard County, Maryland, where there is a wild lake. It's like... but wild with an E on the end of it. Anyway, and that is where I grew up for a while, was in Howard County, Maryland. So I was like, oh, well, I have to get this one. But now I'm going to have to read the one before that. But that doesn't come out till May.
Do you know where this Wild Lake is?
I know there was Wild Lake High School. It was not in my part of town. I was over in a different part of town.
Well, Wild Lake would probably be
I went to Wild Lake Middle School, though, for a year.
Oh.
Yes. I would assume that would be near Wild Lake.
I would think so.
So anyway, so that's what I'm reading. And then I am caught up on Agent Carter, but not Doctor Who. So I'm still in the same place in Doctor Who.
Caught up on Doctor Who and finished it last time.
You talked about that last time, yes.
Yes. And I watched a few more episodes of Falling Skies.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Oh, last night, while I was trying to go over some work stuff, I had my TV on in the background, which was not very good. I'm like, I'll put on something boring so I have background noise.
Yeah.
Because I like background noise. Apparently I had Forensic Files on and I just got sucked into it. And
see?
It was
Forensic
like
Files.
6 o'clock when I started, and then I'm like, it's after 10. I need to go to bed. I have to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
So
I on Netflix started watching Parks and Recreation, because I started it a while ago and watched like the first couple episodes and then stopped because I think Daredevil came out or something. So
is that supposed to come out soon?
I know, middle of March, season 2.
Oh no.
I know. So I started watching that just like to have a little bit of stuff, but like I've been able to keep up with Agent Carter because I can watch it on my iPad on the elliptical at the apartment gym. So
through Amazon Prime?
No, through Vudu.
Oh, okay.
But I don't, because I had bought season 1, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like really cheap, and so I bought season 2. So I can download the episodes, so I don't have to worry about the Wi-Fi. I just download the episode, watch it, and then delete it when it's done. But then, and with Doctor Who, I didn't do that, so that's why it's like on my TV downstairs, and yeah. Last weekend.
Yeah.
Was it last? Yeah, it was last weekend, I think on Saturday or something, and it was like, wasn't it rainy? Last Saturday it was like gray and rainy and whatever.
I think it was.
And I went and worked out.
Yes.
Sandy and I went and worked out.
Because I'm like, hon, when did it rain? I remember that now.
Yeah. And like, I went home and my husband was like on the couch, like with the TV on or something. And so I sat on the couch with the TV on, and both of us just like zonked out for a while. And then he had to go out with like his friends and stuff. And I was like, we should have been watching episodes of Doctor Who this afternoon instead of taking big long naps on the couch. But oh well.
Sometimes we need naps.
Yes. My
Like,
body
I got
was
home
probably
yesterday
like,
and I took a very nice nap.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great.
Yes.
But then I got up and watched Forensic Files. And instead of
Yes.
doing what I need
Oh,
to do.
How to Get Away with Murder is back on TV, but I haven't caught up with that yet either.
I
It just came on
haven't
2 nights ago.
done any of that.
Yeah. So that one is back on, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't even know.
Yeah, I haven't finished my books yet because I've had to push everything aside for work stuff for right now.
Yep.
I've done a lot of ripping out and reknitting while I'm doing the work
Yes.
at home. But that's about it for me.
Yeah. I think that's it for me too. So.
Yeah. So this will be a really quick one.
Yeah. Well, it's been like half an hour. So.
Yeah.
Oh, the yarn truck is coming to Tampa
yeah,
tomorrow.
That's right.
Although when this gets up there, it'll probably already be tomorrow, but whatever. So Sandy is not going, but I will be going because it is a clearance yarn truck event. And one of my other friends, I guess, is like, "Are you going?" And so we're meeting there after
Yes.
I work out.
Because Kelly does have other friends besides me.
Yes. Yes.
Also, just as a reminder, do you want to tell them about the discount code for
Oh, that's right. Yes.
until the end of February?
That's right. I totally forgot about that. Thank you. For
That's what I'm here for.
on Etsy for Bead Sisters, and that's BEDE Sisters, all one word. And the discount code is 2 Crafty Stitches 20, and it's for 20% off. Look at that! I remembered it all without having to look it up too.
Sweet.
Hopefully I'm right about it. We'll put it in the show notes because it was in the show notes last time.
Yes.
So
And that's good until the end of February.
yes,
And that is where Kelly got her spinning
lap
cloth.
Yes, but she sells other things too,
Yes.
stitch markers and bags and stuff.
And it's 20% off.
I know. So
It's like going someplace and not BOGOing.
I know.
It's a sin not to BOGO.
I know. So, anyway, hopefully you will find something that you like there, and you will check out what the other blog I talked about, the Attic 24 blog.
And we hope that
yes.
everybody has a happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Because
And
it's Valentine's Day Eve.
yes. And also, you can check out our blog.
Yes.
Aw. That is twocraftystitches.wordpress.com. You can find us on Instagram as Knits and Bits and Pearly Girl 75, which I can say now without laughing in hysterics. See, I did calm down eventually. It was just too funny. And
No, it really wasn't.
it really was. And look, I've kept the tiara on
I
the
know.
whole time.
I'm very proud
I've been
of you.
very
Still.
I know.
You're
I haven't
regal.
moved around a lot, so I've been very I don't know, working on my posture. I don't know. Anyway,
So it's like a bunch of books.
it'll be like when we were at the gym today and we had the rope and we had to go under
Yeah.
and stuff.
See?
But, yeah, see. We'll have to tell Ivan about that next week.
Yes.
Because of your training, Kelly was able to keep a tiara on her head for 34 minutes.
And he's just going to roll his eyes.
And he's just gonna be like, "What?
tiaras.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you people?" Anyway, we also have Twitter,
Yes.
which is Two Crafty Stitches, and we have a Ravelry group also. So the look I just gave. Anyway, so yes, so we will see you again in 2 weeks, which should be the end of. Well, the last weekend in February, I think. Oh! Did we want to talk about what we're doing in the beginning of March?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So
I
one last
completely
thing,
forgot.
in case you, as long as you haven't already tuned out, and we'll talk about it again then too. But on March 5th, which is a Saturday, which we're going to miss boxing that day. But it'll
I
be
know.
okay.
But it's for a good cause.
It is for a good cause. We are going to do the Greater Tampa Bay Area look at me, ALS walk.
Yeah, it's a walk
It's-
to defeat ALS.
Yes. And so I actually am going to put a link up to that on our blog as well, because we do this walk in memory of my grandfather who passed away from the disease about 10 years ago. And it's our second time actually doing this walk.
Yeah,
my cousin's been
yeah.
doing it for a few years, and I was like, oh, well, they have it in my area. We can do it too. So, yep.
And I said, let's do it. Because
Yes.
we already do the pink bra one.
Yes.
And sadly, ALS is lesser publicized.
Yeah.
So the walks aren't
Well,
as
it's
big.
not as high of an incident
Yeah.
type of disease, but it's a really, really bad one.
Yes. It really is.
Yeah. So anyway, so not that we're like, give us money, but if you would like to make a donation to that, we would greatly appreciate it. So on that note, now we will say that we will see you in about 2 weeks. Last weekend in February, I think, is our next recording. And I think
Happy
that's it.
crafting.
Bye.